they were ready for a big takedown. And how about no more Chelsea Dungy for us in the NCAA tournament? One of the prolific scorers in college women's basketball this year.
Cam Ward, LaChina Robinson, and Holly Rowe joining you this afternoon from the Alamo Dome. Mount St. Mary's gets the three in the corner. Amy Collins, I think, only had 10 threes on the season. And then in that Iowa game, she hit 3 of them. She was 3 of 6. Kayla Harrison driving on Massonis. And that 3 drops in for Arne Taylor's second 3 of the game. And Taylor has come back from a couple of devastating knee injuries, but just that quickly, Maryland counters with style.
Just really enjoyed our conversation with her, and her team has come out strong against number 2 Maryland.
Let's go down to Holly Rowe after the bucket by Taylor. Coach Marcasano, one of her first coaching jobs she was both the basketball and the softball coach among her stops before she got to Mount St. Mary's. Owusu, and they have a couple of other players, Megatovich and Lee, with a couple apiece. And this is a team that does not go very deep on their bench. With another rebound for Maryland.
But they've got to figure out how to get Brazee active on the offensive end as Diamond Miller beautifully running the floor. Maryland Terrapins on the offensive end. They move the ball so well off the pass, the give and go. 15 for 33. They had 15 threes. 7 different players on the roster hit a 3, and they shot it at 46% from behind the line. Just incredible.
Owusu can't lose Diamond Miller. Owusu lost it, regained it in the air, and made the shot. And Michaela Harrison, their second leading scorer, only has 3 points, 1 of 6 from the floor, all of them threes. Owusu using her body beautifully on the low block. Benzin slicing down the line. Has been better at shooting the 3, even than Mike Sell. Inside Lee, she's gutty too, isn't she?
She goes through a whole exercise. Played soccer growing up and just had a lot of knee issues, but look at how she's fighting.
Yes, she never gives up. Bibby gets the kind roll to get the basket in. And it's been exciting already on this day after the higher seeds went 16-0 yesterday.
Player loses in the NCAA tournament might impact their decision on whether they come back, right? So if you're a Chelsea Dungy and you wanted to make your mark in the NCAA tournament, might you return to do that?
Becca Lee, number 34 in blue. Bibby blows right by her to get the basket. But Lee, this frustration, we certainly hope she's okay. Joe Franklin goes over to take a look, and you see her numbers for the season, but in the first half, she missed all 7 shots.
She is one of mine, too.
Oh, Bibby with the block and then was able to keep it in play. Here's Owusu, 2-on-1, gives it up to Diamond Miller. That is textbook Maryland basketball.
And they are rolling. Owusu, Diamond Miller, the sophomore.
Hasn't scored since early in the first half, just 4 points. They have got to get her going, but she is banged up.
And she's tough as nails, Holly. So despite all the challenges, as Mount St. Mary's gets it through, this is a young woman who comes from a athletic and athlete-driven family. Both of her parents were college athletes. Her brother. The Mountaineers love the drive and kick game. Maryland has taken away the 3-point looks, but the bury on the switch by Lee catches Benzin.
Maryland as a 2 seed and Baylor as a 2 seed, ahead of both South Carolina and NC State, the other number 1s.
I think the way they played down the stretch of the regular season, which that's usually something the committee takes into consideration. Angel Reese, another lob pass. I mean, they're just lobbing it right up to. I mean, she just has a never give up. And we mentioned her not having any cartilage in her knees, and so physically, she maybe can't do the things she'd want to do, but it's the effort and gets it to go there.
And Burkhead also has a bad hand. She broke her hand. It's her offhand, her left hand, as Owusu was able to get inside. So Maryland, one of the teams that has a lot of depth. Oh, just the seas parted as Owusu came right down the lane. And then Benzin. This is a 3-on-nobody break.
And I think they don't get enough credit for what they do on the defensive end as well, Pam. You know, we talk so much about their scoring, but with the length of Diamond Miller, the hustle of Katie Benzin, they can be very disruptive.
Shared with us, her dad, her quote is, "My dad is my heart." Her father is 89 years old, Bill, and I hope you're watching, Bill. Hello. She shared a really special story with us after the Big Ten.
Certainly can understand it. Her dad's certainly one of her best friends, and the whole family going through a lot right now.
Yeah, she literally said, as Mimi Collins gets a score there, "My dad is my heart." Black women's basketball player. I mean, just remembering those moments and the people that have blazed the trail for athletics that we see today in terms of diversity. Great reminder that we sometimes have to reach back into history and acknowledge those that have made a way for all of the things we're privileged to enjoy.
Was the very first at Mount St. Mary's, again, a school in Emmitsburg, Maryland. About 2,200 students. And there's a three dialed up from the outside. Ashley Owusu.
I mean, even as a freshman to come in into the situation she did, I thought she established herself well on what was a more veteran team and wasn't afraid to take the reins and make some things happen. Growing as a leader as well in her sophomore season, and here she is just in her first NCAA tournament.
And for more, let's go down to the court and Holly Rowe.
But the footwork, you know what's interesting, and Holly, you know this as well as anyone. So many of the great WNBA players started in soccer. I know Candace Parker did. I know Diana Taurasi did.
Well, guys, we actually just did that Alabama game, and I'm telling you what, Jordan Lewis was something else. Their feisty little point guard that's getting her NBA. As you see that nice three-point shot there, and the bench react.
That three almost went down for Zoe Young. Stiles cleans up on the glass.
Oh, yeah. My sideline reporting leaves a little bit to be desired. I'm sure Mount St. Mary's wanted to hang on to that one. They didn't want Maryland to hang 100 on them.
Maryland takes it 98-45.